tonight, let's clear up one of the most viral trends senior men are following, using olive oil alone to boost blood flow and sexual strength. Olive oil is excellent for heart health, yes, but relying on it by itself won't suddenly open up your arteries or maximize circulation. What truly matters is how your blood vessels respond, how stable your blood sugar is, and how well your endothelial cells release nitric oxide. That's why pairing olive oil with something scientifically supported like vinegar creates a better environment for healthy blood flow. Vinegar isn't magic either, but it has properties that can indirectly support circulation. When you consume a small amount before meals, it helps stabilize blood sugar spikes. Over time, this helps protect your arteries from inflammation and damage. And when blood sugar is controlled, your vessels stay more flexible, allowing smoother flow to every part of your body, including the areas essential for male performance. For senior men especially, circulation is not only about intimacy, it's a sign of overall cardiovascular health. If your blood vessels aren't flexible, if your arteries are stiff, or if nitric oxide levels are low, you'll notice weaker erections, reduced stamina, slower recovery, and fatigue. Olive oil supports healthy fats and reduces inflammation. Vinegar helps improve insulin sensitivity. Combine these with daily walking, hydration, and a smart diet, and then your body finally gets the support it needs. But I want to be clear, no home remedy replaces medical guidance. Poor blood flow can be a warning sign of blood pressure issues or early heart disease. Your body sends you signals, don't ignore them. Listen early, act early, and protect your health. So tonight, if you want stronger circulation, better confidence, and improved male vitality, don't depend on olive oil alone. Use it as part of a bigger, smarter, science-based routine. Your heart, your energy, and your long-term performance will thank you. Point 1 is simple but deeply misunderstood. Olive oil alone is not a magic solution for blood flow, especially for senior men. Many people online believe that taking a spoon of olive oil every morning will somehow transform their circulation, fix their arteries, and restore their sexual performance. But the human body doesn't work that way. You are not fixing a door hinge with a single drop of oil. You are supporting a complex network of blood vessels that depend on chemistry, lifestyle, and long-term habits. Olive oil is healthy, no doubt. It's rich in monounsaturated fats, antioxidants, and compounds that support the heart. But using it alone without addressing the bigger picture won't create significant or lasting results. The reason is simple. Blood flow is controlled by your endothelial cells, your nitric oxide levels, your artery flexibility, and your metabolic helps, but it only targets one part of the system. For senior men, circulation becomes even more sensitive. Testosterone levels shift, arteries naturally stiffen with age, nitric oxide production decreases, and many men develop mild insulin resistance without realizing it. When all these factors combine, you get slower blood flow, weaker erections, low stamina, and reduced energy. So if you focus only on olive oil, you are ignoring the deeper issues affecting your body every day. It's like watering a plant that also needs sunlight, nutrients, and healthy soil. You are supporting one piece of the puzzle but leaving the rest untouched. This is why pairing olive oil with other strategies, including dietary choices, movement patterns, hydration, and metabolic support, becomes so important. Olive oil alone doesn't fix inflammation if your meals are high in sugar, processed foods, or refined carbohydrates. It also won't improve your endothelial function if you sit most of the day and rarely move your legs, which are the largest blood circulation pumps in the body. And it cannot reverse arterial stiffness if your nitric oxide levels are chronically low. Many senior men assume the remedy is something quick and simple, but circulation does not improve overnight. It requires consistency, smart habits, and the right combinations of nutrients. Even something as simple as vinegar, when incorporated correctly, can make olive oil more effective by stabilizing blood sugar spikes, something olive oil cannot do on its own. When your blood sugar is steady, your arteries don't get damaged by inflammation. When inflammation is low, olive oil's antioxidants work better. And when the body is in a balanced state, nitric oxide can work efficiently to dilate your blood vessels. This is how you support real blood flow from the inside out. So the truth is, olive oil is powerful, but it becomes much more effective when it's part of a complete plan. Senior men need layered support, not isolated tricks. If you want real improvement, think of olive oil as a helper, not the entire solution. Point 2 focuses on vinegar and why it can play an important role in supporting circulation, especially in senior men. Vinegar is often seen as a simple kitchen ingredient, but when you look deeper at what it does inside the body, you begin to understand why it may indirectly support healthier blood flow. The key mechanism behind vinegar's benefit is its impact on blood sugar control. When you consume vinegar before meals, it slows the rate at which carbohydrates are digested and absorbed. This helps prevent sharp blood sugar spikes after eating. Those spikes may seem harmless, but over time they create significant damage inside the blood vessels, leading to inflammation, stiffness, and reduced nitric oxide function. Nitric oxide is the molecule that allows your blood vessels to relax and widen. It's essential for blood flow, especially to areas of the body that require strong circulation, such as the heart, brain, and male sexual organs. When your blood sugar constantly spikes and crashes, your nitric oxide levels are disrupted and your endothelial cells become weaker. This means your arteries cannot open properly, leading to reduced blood flow. Vinegar helps stabilize those spikes, giving your blood vessels a chance to stay flexible and responsive. It's not a direct blood flow booster, but it improves the environment inside your arteries so that blood can move more freely. For senior men, this is extremely important. As men age, insulin sensitivity naturally declines. Muscles don't absorb glucose as efficiently, and the body struggles more to manage carbohydrates. This leads to higher average blood sugar, more inflammation, and more pressure on the cardiovascular system. Many men think their issues with stamina or erectile function come from hormones alone, but the real problem often lies in the blood vessels. When the arteries are inflamed or stiff, blood simply cannot reach where it needs to go with the same power. Vinegar helps support metabolic health in a way that indirectly protects these vessels. When used consistently, especially before higher carb meals, it can help reduce the long-term wear and tear on your circulatory system. Another benefit of vinegar is that it may support weight management. When your blood sugar stays stable, you avoid the sudden hunger spikes and energy crashes that push you to overeat. Excess body fat, especially around the abdomen, is one of the main contributors to circulation problems. It compresses blood vessels, increases inflammation, and reduces testosterone levels. By helping with blood sugar and appetite control, vinegar indirectly supports a healthier metabolic profile. And when metabolism is balanced, blood flow improves. But as with any remedy, vinegar has limitations. It doesn't replace healthy habits, and it's not a cure. It works best when combined with movement, hydration, quality foods, and healthy fats like olive oil. Think of vinegar as a tool that helps create the right internal environment for better circulation. It prepares your blood vessels, reduces stress on the arteries, and allows other nutrients to work more effectively. For senior men who want better performance and stronger stamina, vinegar can be a simple but powerful addition, not because it boosts blood flow directly, but because it protects the very system that controls it. Point 3 highlights a truth that many senior men overlook. Real blood flow improvement depends on the health of the endothelial lining, nitric oxide levels, and the flexibility of your arteries. These 3 pillars determine how well your circulatory system delivers oxygen and nutrients throughout your entire body. Most men assume blood flow issues start at the surface: weak erections, cold hands and feet, slow stamina, but the real cause begins deep within the walls of your blood vessels. The endothelium is a thin layer of cells lining every artery. When it's healthy, it produces nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for relaxing and widening blood vessels. When nitric oxide is released properly, blood flows smoothly and powerfully. But as men age, the system becomes less efficient. Stress, high blood sugar, inflammation, inactivity, and poor nutrition slowly damage these cells. Over time, the arteries stiffen, nitric oxide production drops, and circulation weakens. This is why so many senior men begin to feel changes they can't quite explain. Slower response during intimacy, reduced confidence, heaviness in the legs, and quicker fatigue. These aren't random symptoms. They're signals that the deeper vascular system needs help. A man may try different oils, supplements, or home remedies, but nothing works effectively unless the endothelial function is supported. Without healthy endothelial cells, your arteries cannot dilate no matter what you consume. Your body's internal chemistry becomes more important than any single ingredient. Nitric oxide is central to all of this. Young men naturally produce higher levels, which is why blood flow is strong and reliable in their earlier years. But after 40, nitric oxide production begins to decline, and by the time a man reaches his 60s, he may be producing less than half of what he did before. This decline doesn't just affect sexual function, it affects overall cardiovascular health. Low nitric oxide means higher blood pressure, stiffer arteries, and less oxygen reaching vital organs. Many men feel this as general fatigue, brain fog, and difficulty staying active, so boosting nitric oxide naturally becomes essential. But this requires a combination of dietary nitrates, movement, hydration, and reducing inflammation, not just one remedy. Artery flexibility is another deeply important factor. Flexible arteries can expand when needed, like when you exercise, engage in intimacy, or face physical stress. But stiff arteries struggle to widen, forcing the heart to work harder. This stiffness comes from years of inflammation, poor diet, lack of movement, and unbalanced blood sugar. Olive oil helps reduce inflammation. Vinegar supports blood sugar control. But the true improvement comes when you address all the things that stiffen arteries in the first place. So when senior men look for stronger blood flow, they must understand that the answer lies inside the vessel walls themselves. You can't force blood through an unhealthy system. You must rebuild the health of the system. When endothelial cells recover, when nitric oxide levels rise naturally, and when arteries regain flexibility, blood flow improves in every area of life. This is the foundation, the core of circulation, performance, and long-term vitality. Point 4 emphasizes that diet, muscle activity, and hydration matter far more for circulation than any single ingredient ever could. Senior men often look for shortcuts, a spoon of olive oil, a little vinegar, a special drink before bed, hoping it will instantly fix their blood flow or sexual performance. But the truth is that your circulatory system depends on your daily habits, not just the remedies you add. Your arteries respond to what you eat, how much you move, how you hydrate, and how consistently you support your cardiovascular system. Imagine trying to build a strong house with only one tool. It doesn't matter how good that tool is, you won't succeed unless you use the full set. Blood flow works the same way. Every part of your lifestyle contributes to how smoothly your blood travels through your body. Diet is the first major component. What you eat becomes the quality of your blood and the health of your arteries. Foods rich in healthy fats, antioxidants, fiber, and natural nitrates support better circulation. On the other hand, processed foods, sugars, excess salt, trans fats, and refined carbohydrates damage your arteries, weaken your endothelial cells, and reduce nitric oxide production. Many senior men don't realize how much their meals affect their performance. A heavy, sugary meal can damage the lining of your arteries within hours. On the other hand, meals with leafy greens, nuts, seeds, fruits, fish, and healthy oils help nourish your blood vessels. Diet is not a quick fix. It is the daily fuel that shapes your circulatory health. Muscle activity is the second pillar. The legs contain the largest muscle groups in the body, and when they move, they act like pumps, pushing blood back toward the heart. If you spend most of your day sitting, your circulation slows down dramatically. This affects your stamina, your energy, and your sexual function. Movement increases nitric oxide release, warms the arteries, reduces stiffness, and keeps your heart strong. You don't need intense workouts. Simple walking, stretching, light strength training, and deep breathing can dramatically improve blood flow. Every time your muscles contract, you send fresh oxygen through your entire system. No oil or vinegar can replicate that effect. Hydration is the third factor that senior men often ignore. Blood is mostly water. When you are dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, heavier, and harder for your heart to pump. Dehydration reduces kidney function, increases blood pressure, and restricts circulation to sensitive areas of the body. Many men mistake dehydration for fatigue, low libido, or weak erections. Simply increasing water intake can improve both performance and energy. Hydration also helps maintain electrolyte balance and supports nitric oxide production. So when we talk about improving blood flow, it's not about one remedy, it's about the foundation you build every day. Good food nourishes your arteries, movement strengthens the pumps of your body, and hydration keeps your blood smooth and healthy. When you combine all three consistently, your natural circulation improves more than any single ingredient can achieve. Your heart works easier, your stamina increases, and your intimate performance becomes more reliable. The power lies in daily habits, not quick fixes. Point 5 focuses on the fact that natural remedies like olive oil and vinegar work best when used consistently and safely, rather than in excess or as a quick fix. Many senior men make the mistake of thinking that taking a large amount of a particular food or supplement will suddenly transform their circulation or energy levels. They might read an article online that praises a miracle remedy and then take spoonfuls of olive oil or swigs of vinegar without understanding the science behind it. The truth is that natural remedies are supportive tools. They enhance your body's function, but they do not replace the foundation of a healthy lifestyle. Consistency, moderation, and correct usage are what create meaningful results over time. For example, consuming a small amount of olive oil daily provides antioxidants and healthy fats, which help reduce inflammation and protect artery walls. Similarly, a tablespoon of vinegar before meals can stabilize blood sugar and support endothelial health. But these benefits are cumulative, not instantaneous, and they require daily integration into your routine to be effective. Safety is just as important. Excessive use of any remedy can create unwanted side effects. Large quantities of olive oil may contribute to digestive issues or unintentional weight gain if not balanced with diet. Too much vinegar, particularly apple cider vinegar, can irritate the stomach lining, erode tooth enamel, or even affect potassium levels if consumed in very high amounts. Senior men, in particular, need to be careful because their metabolism changes with age and their organs are more sensitive. Moderation ensures that the remedy supports your health without creating new problems. This is why understanding proper dosing, timing, and frequency matters. 1 teaspoon of olive oil with a salad or 1 tablespoon of vinegar before a meal can provide significant benefits without overwhelming your system. The key is regularity over extremes. Consistency is also psychological. Your body responds to long-term, reliable habits. Taking a remedy sporadically may create small benefits, but nothing close to what is achievable with daily practice. When olive oil and vinegar are combined with regular movement, hydration, and a balanced diet, their effects are amplified. The body adapts gradually, blood vessels recover function slowly, and nitric oxide production improves over time. These cumulative changes lead to stronger circulation, better stamina, and overall vitality. The effects are subtle at first, but become more pronounced as weeks and months go by. This is why patience is critical. Senior men should view natural remedies as part of a lifestyle strategy rather than an instant solution. Finally, natural remedies should complement, not replace, medical guidance. Poor blood flow or circulation issues can sometimes indicate cardiovascular problems, diabetes, or other underlying conditions. Using olive oil and vinegar intelligently, consistently, and safely supports your health, but it should always be paired with monitoring and consultation with a healthcare professional if symptoms persist. The combination of moderation, daily integration, and awareness of your body's response is what makes these natural remedies truly effective. Over time, this thoughtful, consistent approach allows senior men to experience meaningful improvements in blood flow, energy, and overall well-being without risk or unnecessary stress. Point 6 emphasizes a critical truth that many senior men overlook. Poor circulation is not just a minor inconvenience, it can be an early warning sign of serious cardiovascular issues. Many men focus on temporary performance concerns, such as low stamina or weaker erections, without realizing that these symptoms are often messages from the body about underlying vascular health. The arteries that deliver blood throughout the body are closely linked to the heart, kidneys, and brain. When blood flow is compromised, it affects not only intimate performance, but also overall health, energy levels, and longevity. Ignoring these warning signs can allow problems like high blood pressure, arterial plaque buildup, or early stages of heart disease to progress silently. Recognizing that circulation is a vital sign and responding proactively is essential for maintaining both vitality and life expectancy. When senior men notice symptoms such as cold extremities, numbness, tingling, fatigue, or difficulty achieving or maintaining erections, these are signals that blood vessels are not functioning optimally. At the cellular level, endothelial cells lining the arteries may be damaged, nitric oxide production may be reduced, and arterial flexibility may be compromised. These changes are often gradual and painless, which is why they can go unnoticed until more serious cardiovascular events occur. By paying attention to these early signals, men can take action before conditions become irreversible. Using remedies like olive oil and vinegar consistently supports circulation, but it is equally important to address lifestyle factors such as diet, exercise, hydration, and stress management to reduce long-term risk. Regular monitoring of cardiovascular health is crucial. Blood pressure checks, cholesterol levels, and blood sugar measurements provide insight into how well the circulatory system is functioning. For senior men, working with a healthcare professional to assess these markers can identify hidden risks and guide safer strategies for improving blood flow. Ignoring symptoms or relying solely on natural remedies without professional guidance can be dangerous. While olive oil and vinegar support endothelial health and metabolic balance, they cannot detect blockages, arterial plaque, or other structural problems that may require medical intervention. In addition to medical guidance, lifestyle adjustments are necessary to complement natural remedies. Daily movement, strength exercises, stretching, and walking improve circulation by increasing nitric oxide production and maintaining arterial flexibility. Proper hydration keeps blood thin and easier to pump. A nutrient-rich diet balanced in healthy fats, antioxidants, and low glycemic carbohydrates reduces inflammation and protects the arteries. Combining these practices with consistent use of olive oil and vinegar creates an environment in which circulation can genuinely improve and the body can respond effectively to its own repair mechanisms. Ultimately, senior men need to view circulation as an indicator of their overall health, not just performance. Poor blood flow is a signal, not a trivial inconvenience. Taking it seriously, integrating natural remedies safely and consistently, maintaining healthy habits, and monitoring cardiovascular markers proactively can prevent serious complications. By responding early, men not only improve blood flow, energy, and sexual performance, but also safeguard their long-term health. Circulation is the lifeline of vitality, and respecting it can make the difference between merely surviving and thriving in the later years. In conclusion, senior men must understand that real health and vitality are never the result of a single remedy or a quick fix. Olive oil and vinegar are tools, powerful tools when used correctly, consistently, and safely, but they work best when combined with smart lifestyle choices, regular movement, proper hydration, and a nutrient-rich diet. Blood flow is the foundation of energy, stamina, and confidence, and it reflects the overall condition of your heart and arteries. Ignoring it or relying on shortcuts can cost you more than performance. It can cost your long-term health. The message is simple but profound. Listen to your body. Respect the signals it sends and support it with the right habits and natural strategies. Use olive oil and vinegar thoughtfully, but don't stop there. Prioritize your circulation, nurture your arteries, and make consistent choices that protect your heart. When you do, you not only improve blood flow and performance, you enhance your vitality, your confidence, and your quality of life. Tonight, let this be your commitment to approach your health with awareness, consistency, and respect for the incredible body that carries you through life. Your arteries, your heart, and your energy are in your hands. Treat them well, and they will reward you with the strength, stamina, and vitality you deserve.